Welcome to my channel. Let's talk. Let's do talk. Let's talk about this notion of who allowed R. Kelly access to Aaliyah. I would like us to explore that. I would like us to think about that. If she was actually 12 years old when she first met him, 12, 13, who allowed him to have access? I am going to share a clip from Tasha K, and she provides a very good commentary regarding her point of view on this topic. I think it is wise that parents who have aspirations for their children being entertainers, who have these magnanimous personalities, and may very well be born to be entertainers. I think it would be wise for parents to consider either continuously being around their child or having a moral, humane, reliable person who has integrity around and responsible, supervising and guarding their child in their absence. And this is critical so that those who predate on younger people, on children can be held accountable, and the risk to the child can be made minimal. So with that in mind, please take time, review this. As if you don't know Tasha K, she's a YouTuber, a blogger. She's very forthcoming. She uses profanity, if for lack of a better term. So please be advised that when you're listening to this video, you will be hearing some very, for some people, brash language and perspective. But pushing that aside, the content that she provides and the commentary is noteworthy. With this, I would like to say, she also was on this case quite several years ago. Actually, she started on this case here, and I don't know what happened, but I think she's back on it. But I would love to share this because it has to do with accountability.
I'm going to share the information that was given to me, even though it's alleged on my end, because hell, I was too young when this shit was going on, supposedly. All right. Now, you know, I have been covering this R. Kelly story from start to finish. Never. When have you ever seen me get it wrong when it comes to R. Kelly? Okay? Everybody's out here running. They doing documentaries. People who are producing the documentaries wouldn't even touch these folks that I was interviewing. Okay? Y'all call them third rate. Okay? Z-list. Whatever, don't nobody want them. But as soon as I interview their ass is on the damn national TV, okay? Hit the wine glass. The winos have been here since the beginning. Now, you guys know that Lifetime is premiering a documentary tonight called Surviving R. Kelly, featuring most of the stories that we've already discussed here, okay? Shout out to Lifetime, okay, for doing their research on my channel. Okay, let me go ahead and get started on this. So, I know you see the title. The title says what it says, okay? Now, back when I started covering these R. Kelly stories, this was probably the third story that came across my desk. Well, I didn't have a desk at the time. I have a desk now, okay? And a few of R. Kelly's family members, okay, a few, not one, not two, not three, a few of R. Kelly's family members came forward with this information because two of the family members walked in on this, what do you call it? Threesome, supposedly, okay? So let me go ahead and put this up, all right? So I got, hold on for a second. Now, I know you guys are wondering, why am I dragging, not Aaliyah, but her mother, okay? I was very clear about this, okay? I said I was not, you guys know I don't cover death. It's not something that I talk about on my channel. I don't think it's entertaining. I am an entertainment blogger. And so, but since I've been covering this story since the beginning, I think it's only fair after her mother spoke out and told, in my opinion, lie after motherfucking lie, okay? When Lifetime premiered a scene, I guess it was part of the trailers, and one of the dancers said that they were on the tour bus with R. Kelly. Okay, let me pull up the picture here, okay? They were on the tour bus with R. Kelly, and Aaliyah was on tour with R. Kelly. The door flew open to where R. Kelly was staying in the back or whatever, and she had saw him with her own eyes having sex with Aaliyah, okay? Now, I'm not shocked at that information. Everybody knows that R. Kelly was 27 years old and sleeping with a 15-year-old. He's done younger, okay? Let's not act like this shit didn't happen. Now, the problem that I had and what's making me come forward with this story is because you guys know how passionate I am about molestation victims, women, or even men who have been, I want to call it trafficked by their parents, not protected. You know what I'm saying? Parents are using them to get money every which way. And I'm about to break this shit down regarding Mrs. Haughton, okay? Aaliyah's mother. Rest in power, Aaliyah. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Your mama should have been dragged a long damn time ago. We're going to do it tonight. Now, Aaliyah's mother made a statement after that dancer came forward with that information because she doesn't want Aaliyah's name anywhere near this R. Kelly situation. And I beg to differ, okay? And we're going to get into that. Now, here's what Aaliyah's mother had to say. Let me go ahead and pull this up, okay? You see that? All right, so after the dancer came forward with those allegations, this is a direct quote from Aaliyah's mother. If you weren't on Instagram yesterday, this was public information. She said the woman and so-called backup singer in the forthcoming surviving documentary and describes seeing, meeting, or ever breathing the same air as my daughter Aaliyah is lying and is a liar, okay? So she's saying that the woman that says she saw R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah is lying. I don't know why the mama said that shit. She looking real stupid right now, but we're going to get into some more stuff, okay? She said, my husband and I were always on tour with her and at interviews in every place she went throughout her entire career. Whoever this woman is, I've never seen her before anywhere on planet Earth until now. Okay, so she's never seen this woman. And we probably know why she ain't never seen this woman. Because this woman, you know what? Let me shut the fuck up. Let me build up, okay? She says these lies and fabrications cannot be tolerated and allowed to be spewed from the forked tongues of this, what is this? I don't know that goddamn word. I can't even read it. Of Aaliyah's legacy. My daughter only wanted to realize her dream of sharing her talent with the world and give her all of her performing on stage, okay? And give her all performing on stage. And in front of the camera, damn, I'm squinting, okay? For the fans she adored so much, she realized that dream Those true fans who still love and support her legacy unconditionally to this day, okay? Shame on all those involved in this project who thought it was kosher to drag Aaliyah's name into a situation that has nothing to do with her today. Once again, this will not be tolerated. Sincerely, Diane Haughton, okay? So this is a statement that came from Aaliyah's mother after Lifetime gave that little snippet. Now, after I read this, I was laying down and I was thinking, it's time for me to tell the world this information that I know that came from several of R. Kelly's family members, okay? And two of them, with everything on them, put on their kids, on their own life, that this is what they saw with their own eyes, okay? Now, we all know that there was no fucking way that Aaliyah's mother was anywhere near her all the time, or her husband. Let's just be honest, okay? Barry, let me put up Barry real quick. Aaliyah's uncle, you guys know Barry. He was the one that introduced Aaliyah to R. Kelly. Got her signed. Now, if some of y'all don't know, Barry managed R. Kelly, okay? Now, when he managed R. Kelly, of course, Aaliyah's his niece. He brought the niece to R. Kelly. Okay, the story was told to me that R. Kelly was at a hotel. He dropped Aaliyah off to sing, came back to get her the next morning. She had been working with R. Kelly all night without him being present or her motherfucking parents, okay? Is a story that I was told. Now, so I think it's important that I leave Barry here because we're going to come back to Barry in just a second. Now, Aaliyah's mother, I mean, I don't know who enticed her to write that statement, but there's no way you were with your daughter all the time, you, her Uncle Barry, or her dad, if she was having sex with R. Kelly and she married R. Kelly without your permission, okay? What did she do? Sneak away at 15, at 16 to get married? I mean, seriously, what parent in their right mind would honestly say, I was with my child the entire time, but yet your child went and had a whole fucking marriage ceremony, okay? And the story that was told to me, the only reason R. Kelly married Aaliyah, there's two reasons. One, he did fall in love with her, okay? Two, he apparently told Barry, the uncle here, R. Kelly, confessed to Barry that he had a problem and he needed help because Barry was the manager at the time. Barry has a degree in psychology, and I believe he has a master's in clinical psychology, if I'm not mistaken, okay? And so Barry, being that he transitioned into music somehow and somehow started to manage one of the biggest R&B artists here today in this world, I mean, taking nothing away from R. Kelly's talent. Talent is this. Talent does not outweigh character. I don't give a shit what you say, okay? And Barry knew that R. Kelly was dyslexic. He handled all of his paperwork, okay? All of this, the paperwork between him and Aaliyah, and was the one that spearheaded this whole a situation, okay? And was the main reason why R. Kelly developed a relationship with Aaliyah and got so close, because he was having R. Kelly produce her, okay? He was doing more than producing. We already know that. Don't act like we don't know that. They've been trying to bury that shit or not confirm or deny whether or not they were married, but the Chicago Times already released the damn marriage certificate that R. Kelly forged. Now, the reason, according to the sources, okay, the family members, the reason R. Kelly married Aaliyah was because he got scared when the family found out that he did, in fact, push the line. He wasn't supposed to marry Aaliyah, okay? He was supposed to work with her, you know what I'm saying? Have a relationship with her, but the marriage was just, no, out of the question. And the marriage, according to the family, was a bait, okay? They knew that R. Kelly was going to eventually sleep with Aaliyah because Barry, the manager who introduced Aaliyah to R. Kelly, knew that R. Kelly liked young girls because he used to use the entourage to go get them, okay? Let's not play stupid here, people. We're grown. Let's not play stupid here. Okay, you got a manager that's handling all your affairs. You think this man don't know that R. Kelly's sleeping with young girls and taping them? Okay, now the family members also told me that R. Kelly burned every single tape that he had with Aaliyah. Okay, and that Aaliyah's parents and Barry knew exactly what they were doing, okay, when they introduced Aaliyah to R. Kelly. Now, here's the sad part. You know what I'm saying? I know her father is passed. Rest her soul, Aaliyah. Because this shit just gets deep, okay? It just gets worse. And I just, this, like, I've been holding on to this for almost a year, guys. I've known this. So, for those who are saying, oh, she want clout. No. I wasn't going to say anything until I saw that mama put up that pathetic ass statement. It's like, just shut the fuck up. Let's just shut the fuck up, okay? Mother of the Year award goes to you, Mrs. Haughton, okay? Let's just be honest, okay? You were a shitty fucking mother. Aaliyah was underage, okay? And when you're underage and you're being guided by your parents and you see stardom and fame, you do what in the fuck they tell you to do, okay? Let's not act like this is not what happened. Now, R. Kelly admitted in his song, I Admit. You guys can go back and view it later tonight. Hell, you could jump off the live right now and go back and view it tonight. He said, I lost my publishing rights. I no longer have my publishing rights and I have to tour in his songs, okay? I already told y'all he was broke. I have to tour in order to pay my rent. R. Kelly is now in foreclosure. He's living in his studio that's in foreclosure, preparing to go to Africa. All this stuff I'm telling y'all. All this stuff. And then when the goddamn documentary come out, oh, okay, it was true. Okay. It was true. R. Kelly admitted to the world that he lost his publishing rights. He cannot read. He has a problem. And everything, acting like we didn't know this. Now, guess who has the publishing? Guess who's getting R. Kelly's publishing to this day? Let's just, what's the name? Alex, I'll take 200. I'm going to give y'all a second. Guess who to this day is getting everything that R. Kelly has written for fucking Diddy, Michael Jackson, anybody. All of his songs, everybody that he's produced. Guess who's getting every single dime right now? Just guess. You probably don't even know. Well, being that Aaliyah's uncle was managing him, he married Aaliyah in order to keep the marriage out the public, being that R. Kelly was dyslexic, didn't really understand law, had confessed to his manager, according to what the family members shared with me, okay? Like I said, it's all alleged because I wasn't there, but I mean, it makes sense, guys. It makes sense, all right? And when they found out he was married, in order to call a truce, per se, R. Kelly signed his publishing rights over to the Haughtons. The Haughton's own all of R. Kelly's publishing rights right fucking now. Now, that ain't no alleged. That ain't no alleged. Okay? That ain't no alleged. So, here's my thing. The little girl is going on tour. It's not just the dancer. It's not just anybody, okay? Now, forget the tour. Let me skip to the story. Let me get right to the story because I know y'all came here for the meat and potatoes of this. Now, there was this situation that happened. They were working together. Everybody is supposedly at Aaliyah's house, her mom's house, her parents' house, okay? R. Kelly is still 27. Aaliyah's around 15. So 2 of the family members, actually it was 4 family members with him, okay? This is what they told me. It was 4 family members with R. Kelly. Everybody stopped at Aaliyah's house and spent the night, okay? And so 2 of the family members get up in the middle of the night to go looking for water. And all the lights is off. They going to look for Rob to say, maybe Rob know where the water at. And they knock on the door. The door opens. One person just opened the door. Rob is in there supposedly having sex with Aaliyah and her mother. And these 2 family members that saw this literally said to me, Tasha, you can take my body right now. I know what in the fuck I saw. And what I saw was devastating, okay? The dad was apparently in another room, asleep, Aaliyah's dad. And they were just down there doing what in the fuck they do, okay? Now, this is the first instance. There's a second instance where they were in a hotel, okay? And Aaliyah's mother and Aaliyah and R. Kelly all shared the same fucking hotel room, according to the family. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking like, Tasha, is this bizarre? No. We're talking about 12 play. We're talking about R. Kelly back in the day. This was a smooth, good-looking, very talented young man. And if he don't tell, nobody else ain't gonna tell. But when he crossed the line was when he married that girl, and they wasn't for all that because they had, in my opinion, when the story was given to me, an ulterior motive, which was to get every motherfucking thing that he owns because the manager, Barry, that's why I left his picture up, knew his motherfucking client. And so, am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised. He has taped every single situation and burned those tapes, according to the family members. Burned those tapes of him and Aaliyah. We all know there's tapes. R. Kelly carries a backpack. Them tapes are in there. Most of them women that you saw crying on that Lifetime documentary got a tape of some sort with R. Kelly and then with another child. They just not gonna come out and tell you. And they know R. Kelly really ain't about that life. He will have to expose himself before he exposes anybody else. So they calling him on his bluff. Okay? Everybody's been calling him on his bluff. That's why half the shit I report on him is fucking allegedly. Now, he thought by, according to the family members, that by marrying Aaliyah after they found out, it was going to somehow make it look like, okay, I'm having sex with my wife as opposed to having sex with the minor, and that was the second reason as to why he married Aaliyah. One is because, yes, he loved her, and two, it's because he wanted to save his ass. He had betrayed his manager who knew everything of fucking about him and broke the fucking law. Okay? Now, this is the same story that I was given, and I'm relaying the same story to you, whether you choose to believe it or you don't believe it. I personally believe it. I've been working this goddamn case for almost a year and a half now, okay? So what I choose to believe is what I choose to believe. I chose to share it with you because when I saw that mother put up this ridiculous-ass fucking statement, I said, no, bitch. No. What we're not going to do is act like you were fucking mother of the year and your daughter had a whole fucking wedding and you weren't there, but you were with her all the time. And so was her uncle that introduced her to the child molester that she married. Let me make sure I uncovered everything on this. And this came, just like I said, from two family members that to this day wish they could get that fucking scene out of their mind of what they saw, and they couldn't believe that a mother would do that. Like, come on. And we all know R. Kelly's fetishes. We know the more the merrier. It don't matter. Men, women, transgender. Instead of just taking his dick out of these little girls and then take his ass over to the community college and shit and go and take a fucking GED and learn how to goddamn read, they gonna still continue to play him like he's stupid. He is doing small gigs, strapped, standing behind the fucking DJ booth, okay? Because he's afraid that a parent is gonna walk up on him and blow a fucking hole in his head. That's exactly what he's doing. Singing 12 play behind the DJ booth. Ain't dancing or nothing. He's scared. He's scared as fuck. So I don't know who this lawyer is that's advising him, but I honestly think he's in it for money because this fucking defamation of character lawsuit against Lifetime is a fucking joke. His character was already fucking defamed. Now, run tell that.
Peace and blessings.